4b, you're going to find a line that's a third of the way from y equals 0.8x plus 12.6 to the point 9 comma 48. Quick sketch. Hopefully it helps in math for you. It does for me to make a sketch of something. 12.6 is the y-intercept. 0.8 would be the slope of this line. Ooh, that's a weird line. So there's a line. It's not drawn to scale. It's just a sketch. 0.8x plus 12.6. They want to find another line that's a third of the way between this line and the point 9 comma 48. Where the heck is that? Let's pretend it's right there. Okay. So if you want a line that's like a third of the way between the red line and the blue point, that's kind of a bad estimate. What if you wanted a line that was halfway between the red line and the blue point? Would it be like there? Halfway between? Yeah? Well, what you need right now is you need to know the equation of the line that the blue point is on. Okay? So that you can basically figure out this blue line's y-intercept. If you can figure out this line's y-intercept, then you can figure out what a third of the way between here and here would be. Okay? Think about this. If you made a line going this way, this way, this way, and this way, you now have a shape called a parallelogram. So these lines would be parallel, and these lines would be parallel. So whatever a third of the way is here will be a third of the way there as well. Okay. So I'm actually going to clear the screen and go ahead and figure out, using this formula, what's the y-intercept of the line, the blue line, that went through this point, but it has this slope. So we're going to plug in the y, 48, the slope, 0.8, and the x, 9, and go ahead and simplify this. We're going to distribute the 0.8. She gets 7.2. 72 with a decimal point. 8 times 9 with a decimal point right here. Okay. Next, combining like terms, 48 minus 7 is 41. Minus another 0.2 would be 40.8. Guess what I have right here? The y-intercept of that blue line when I had that crazy drawing up on the board, right? So the y-intercept of that blue line was 40.8. The y-intercept of our original line is 12.6. So what we need to figure out is, how far is this? I'll pause while you think about that. How far is that? 28.2? That's 28.2, but we only want a third of that. So divide by 3. So what would 1/3 of 28.2 be? 9.4. So the question is, how far up would you land if you started at 12.6 and you climbed up 9.4? Where would you land? 22. That's why I believe the answer key that the book produced was incorrect. I think the equation of this line would be y equals 0.8x plus 22.